Hello and welcome to Kerbal Space Program. I don't know if I was going for like an Emperor Palpatine thing there. So let's go into our save game. I have a comment from Wecker who says, "Hey Rob, I'll just repeat what I said last time. Build a mechanism for the rover to right itself should it topple. It's so annoying when it goes all turtle-like on its back." That's a fantastic idea. In other KSP news, I just had a Kerbal leave Kerbin orbit and enter Mun orbit on his jetpack. That is awesome. The best I've got in comparison to that is once I had a Kerbal that was stuck in Mun orbit and I got it to burn up in Kerbal orbit. It died still, but at least he died. On his own planet. So let's try that. Let's try and make a mechanism for it to right itself. I'm not sure what that would be. I guess we could use legs. So here's our rover. So this is how I'm going to test it. I guess we could just flip it over and launch the parachutes, right? So what would that mechanism be, right? And what form would it be? I guess it would be in the form of landing struts, wouldn't it? Maybe we need more space built onto this thing. Like, what do we have here in structural that we can add to it so that we can attach more things to this thing? More things to the thing. So let's take these solar panels off. And instead we'll put this I-beam. You know what? Let's take the solar panel off here too, just so we can make room for it. Okay, and then we'll do the I-beam thing. Yeah, like that. Put one there. Put another I-beam. No, that's not how I want it. No, why is it doing it like that all of a sudden? There we go. There. So we've got our two I-beams. They're like little walls. And this is what we're going to do. Assuming this thing flips over, so it's upside down, how do we get it to flip right side up again? Now, one thing we could do is RCS. Put some RCS rockets on it, and then we could trigger them, but that might be a little much. We need to get those solar panels back on there. Let's put... Oh, you know what we could put on there? Hold on. Now that we've got the space... some space. How do these... Oh, these are still pretty big. Why did I think they wouldn't be? I like how it curves. Okay, so maybe we don't... Ooh. Yes. We would only need one. No, never mind. I'm being crazy. Let's just go with this. Can I put them on the back here? Like that? Flip them over? Yeah, just like that. And we'll put another set here. So what sort of thing can we put on here to flip it over? I guess struts would sort of work. It wouldn't really be able to flip over at that point. I would love to figure out why it's curving like that. What's the middle point? Is this it? Yeah, that is actually. Actually, this would be interesting. It's sort of what I do with rockets that I send to the moon. If they ever tilt or fall over, you use the legs to prop them up. So now I assume if we just flip this thing over before we deploy the parachutes, it'll land upside down. Let's give it a test real quick. Let's see how this affects anything to begin with. I would this episode like to get to start building the ship that'll send this thing to Mars. Or Duna. Right, I forgot how this was just placed. Let's turn off our motors. Okay, so we're going to flip this thing over before we land. Pretty easy. Nope, wrong way. Still wrong way. North? Nope, wrong way. Yes, this is the right way. I'm gonna go this way. We don't need to land from way up high, so I'm going to just try and go more horizontally. There. We're still gaining altitude, but very little. Cut the engines, disconnect. Ooh, don't break, don't break. Okay, perfect. This thing's upside down, just sort of how we want it. Let's see if I could get it positioned upside down. Okay. Just like that. Hopefully adding all this doesn't add too much weight for the parachutes, which we have deployed. That's going to explode. Actually, it's got some time. Let's do some quick math. It's 1,700 from the ground, 900 away. 1,000. It exploded at 1,000 while we were at 200, so that means we're going to be about 200 meters over sea level. Is that sort of how it would work out? So, okay, the parachute thing did work. We are going to land upside down. That is going to be annoying, and we're going to figure out how we can do this. I don't think this design is going to work at all. I don't know what I was thinking. Let's speed things up a bit. Maybe it'll be like 180, 190. That's my guess for meters above ground. Oh man, it's going to be like 300. Nope, it's going to be 290. 280. All right. So we've landed. That thing looks totally broken. This whole thing, let's hit gears, see what happens. So it lands upside down. Now, what if I only flip these? Oh, because they're on up. Now let's try and raise these. Nope, that just flipped us back over. And now we're back. Now we're back upside down. So what if I hit them all? Okay, we've landed. I need just these two, but that's not going to work. Gear. Okay, so maybe the problem here is that of the way I've got them sort of symmetried off on opposite ends, so I can't just flip one side over. I could totally see now the annoyance in this thing being on the wrong side. There's nothing I can really do about it, though, because if I raise this, then the opposite one raises. Up, there we go. Up, almost. Let's lower it. Flip it. Boom. We flipped ourselves over. And we've got this, which is sort of like a cool little guide. We're going backwards. We're going the wrong way. We need to turn the motors back on because we're just rolling downhill. And if we roll too fast, this could be bad. I'm trying to slow us down. Enable motor. This is bad. Slow down. Nope. Slow down. How are we doing on battery? We're doing pretty good. Now, we did lose 2 of our extra solar panels. We still have 2. That's good. Of course, they're facing the wrong direction. In real life, they would have been stuck, but I guess they're just clipping through here. I somehow picked 2 different types. That's weird. But the rover still works. So, I mean, we're still good on that front. And we've got these 2 little things here that I guess we can't bank too hard. Let's try and bank, see how it works. Like, they might prevent us from flipping over, like that accident we had in the other episode. Up, see? Let's get some... How far are we from... Oh, the Space Center is pretty far away. We are also breaking even again on energy. So I guess even if we did lose some solar panels, that wouldn't be a big deal. And by laying them flat like this, we don't have to worry about the wind blowing them. I'm just trying to bank really quickly so we could see how these things prevent it from... You can also just put the gears back up. What happens then? Nothing. It just looks silly. That's what happens. Okay. I'm amazed that they actually stuck on. I thought they were going to pop off. So I think we've got this set up. So we're good. We're good on that front. Although I feel like... Up. Now let's try stuff. This is a real world situation. And it fails. So I guess the real lesson here is don't flip over. That's what we're going to take away from this. Don't flip over. We'll leave that on there, but the moral of the story, don't flip over. So now we got to build a rocket that'll take it to Duna, which is going to be tough. All right. So what stays? I mean, what interests me here is, you know what? I want to see how far this will take us, because it'll give us a good sense of, we've been going pretty horizontal and just using it to get up there. But let's see where this will take us in terms of orbits, because this, for all I know, that might be a great stage to get us up into space, and we'll see. So we're going to do another mission. Going straight up. We're going to treat this like any other launch, by which I mean we're going to make sure we're going as slow as possible in the earlier stages, and then in the later stages we'll speed up. I'm leaning a little bit. That's about. That's okay. I guess our center of mass is a little off. We'll be fine though. I've got the engine nearly turned off, and we're still gaining speed pretty quickly thanks to the solid fuel boosters. I suspect this might get us into orbit, and that's about it. And even then, that's a long shot, I think. Okay, we're still gaining speed. Got plenty of fuel. Less is more. Less is more, people. We're at 8,000 meters and about 200 meters a second. Let's speed up a little bit now. Okay. Let's turn. No, it's supposed to be 90, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know why everything's turned around. Okay. Like that. Orbit straightening out. About halfway on fuel. All right. And then we're going to set up a maneuver. It's a 19-second burn. I don't know if we've got that much fuel. In 2 minutes. So let's get in position. We're not going to get in orbit. Okay. So that setup will get us out into space, but not into orbit. So not really a good setup. Let's speed things up and just crash this thing. Oh no! It's going to land in the ocean. That's not very interesting. I just want to see it burn up in the atmosphere. Right about here. That looks so cool. Does not get old. Where are we going to land? Yeah, middle of the ocean. Okay. Let's go back to the Space Center. Yes. Okay, so we definitely need a bigger ship. We'll probably have to redesign it a little bit. You know what surprises me? There are people who land their ships back here. I seem to have lost the ability to go to any of these places. I don't know what that's about. So that was really bizarre and creepy because I closed out a Kerbal to restart it, and then the Steam window popped up, and it made an alarm noise as if I was trying to close it when I couldn't, and it was doing it at about a million times a second. So it just made this really loud sound that was creepy, and it's all fixed now. I got the ghost out of my computer. That's all we need to know, and we're ready to build. So we're gonna keep this. No, pop that back on. Or you know what? Don't. We've got our rover. This is the starting point. This is the part we are launching up into space. So what we are gonna need is different stages, right? So let's get a decoupler first of all. We'll get this kind. Yeah. Okay, so we got a decoupler. So this thing will detach. Next, we need a pod because we need our astronaut. So let's put the command pod here. So now that brings 3 into the mix. Maybe we need to add 2 more seats to this thing. So let's do that. So we've got 1 here. Let's add another here. Right behind. And then maybe we get a 3rd in the back. Sort of like a fire truck. Or we just have two go up and we take one person out of the pod. That's also possible. So we've got our pod. They will switch over while they are in Duna's orbit. We're going to need some SAS for the whole trip. We're going to need probably some RCS, but not that much RCS. We are going to need fuel to get us there. I think that's a good amount. So here's what we'll add. Where's our RCS? That is RCS, but that's not a whole lot. Let's put more. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And then what we're going to attach is there a... Yeah, this is perfect. Just what we need. And to that we will attach the nuclear engines, because those are more fuel efficient and will help us get all the way to Duna. So this is theoretically what we are sending to Duna from Kerbal orbit. This little thing will go rocket off to Duna. They'll get into orbit of Duna. We'll send them up to here to the rover, detach this. We will send this whole thing into a collision course with Duna, then put them in here, then detach it, then have them go flying down. We've got some RCS fuel, and then we're going to need some RCS rockets, obviously. We'll put 4. I think that's fair. Oh, what did I do? There we go. So it's a good stage right there. So now we need to get all of this out into space. This is actually not as bad as it seems. Now, can I take this and flip it to get us back? We only need 1. Oh, that's cool. Why does it only do that with 1 thing, though? That'd be cool if it did it with all of them. Yeah, just like that. Just so we can get back to a... No. Maybe we need decouplers. So we'll get the tiny decouplers. That's not the tiny decouplers. Yeah, we'll get 3 of these. Boom. We've got those set up. Now I think we can add this. Okay. And then we're going to add fuel tanks. Now here's the thing. Center of mass. Oh, still high up, because even though it's not the dead center of the ship, it's still heavier up there. We can't have it be top heavy. So maybe we need to add more weight in the bottom. Well, I'm about to add a bunch of fuel, so I guess in a way that's exactly what I'm doing. Or maybe that wasn't the issue. Maybe the issue was it... I don't know. I don't know what the issue was. Is this really going to work? No, I don't think it is. I think what we'll do is... we'll get these. We need to be smart with our fuel. And then where are our rockets? Let's use the 215 rockets. Just like that. Get some struts. Get them on there early. Yeah, we can't really strut that, can we? Oh no, I hate when this happens. I want to click you, strut. I'll just hit undo. and you'll still be there. And I'll hit undo again, and you'll still be there. And I'll keep hitting undo, and you will still be there. This is the ghost strut. Thank you. Okay. See, it was undoing these struts before it even undid that one. Okay. We've got that set up. Now let's get the outer layer. We'll do some onion staging. My favorite type of staging. We'll do it right here. Actually, the higher up, the better it would probably be. Because it would raise the center of mass back up, wouldn't it? Or it'd make it too top heavy. Man, I really don't know. Maybe it's best to put it on the center of mass, as close as we can to it. Okay. Let's hope. So if we put this there, it'll drop it back down. Put this one up here, raises it back up. Perfect. We'll keep it right in the middle. Now we just need the big engines. And more struts. And more struts. And we'll just get a set of struts going here, as well as here. Okay, so we've got all this set up. Let's get some struts on this thing. There we go. So all of these go off. We probably should add some fuel lines, which is over in propulsion. Okay. So this takes us up. These detach, then these detach, then these all go off, then they pop that on, and then it detaches. It's a very straightforward, simple setup. Let's add some wings to the big tanks, since we can't really put them on the tiny ones. There should be tiny wings. Like those aren't tiny enough. None of these are tiny enough. What about these? Nope, still not tiny enough. Okay. Am I missing anything? No, not to my knowledge. Now all we can do is test it out and hope. Oh, what I am going to do this time is set up some action groups. So for custom 1, we'll do the toggle motor. So I just hit 1 to do that. And we'll do one for all of the solar panels. Excellent. All right. So we're going to save now. We're sort of out of time. So I'm not going to, let's call this rover test 3 actually. I've already overridden 2. Oh well. I'm not going to do the whole launch because we've sort of run out of time, but I'm going to set it up and I'm going to do a launch just to make sure that this thing doesn't like immediately tip over and explode, because if that is the case, then we'll know going into the next episode that we have to do some revisions before we do anything else. So, first things first, SAS. Let's hit 1. Throttle up. Nothing has launched. Apparently, I did not pay attention to the staging. What I would also like to know is why is only one of these engines... Oh, that engine's broken. Hold on. Space Center. We're gonna... Yeah, let's fix this. Let's do this properly. Hold on. I should have paid attention to the staging setup. That was completely wrong. So let's load that back up. that was disastrous. We also didn't take that third Kerbal out of the project. Okay, so this needs to be down here. Okay, now we're good to go. Now we can also set up our crew. And we'll get rid of one of them. Actually, you're going to need the courage, so we'll just do that. Okay, save, launch. That explains a whole lot. Hopefully this will go a little better. Okay, we're definitely going up. We are tilting a little bit, but not too badly. I could definitely control it. And we're getting our... See, now it's dead center. That's nice. And we're still gaining speed. Everything's nominal. We're gaining speed really slowly. We just keep tilting to the left there. My hope is that that doesn't pose a problem when we do our turn to 90 degrees. I'm going to try and get it so that we hit 100 meters a second at 5,000 meters. Probably won't happen. Yeah. We'll hit it a little sooner than that. Or are we? Are we going to? 5? Oh my gosh. Perfect. Almost perfect. I just have to keep adjusting to the right. Another 6,000 meters or so before the turn. Let's see how this goes. I know we're going over a little bit. I hope you guys don't mind. I'll say I do this every week. I hope you all have a fantastic week. Whatever you're doing, please make the most of it. We're about to do our turn. And we're about to hit 200 meters a second, so that's good. So this is all according to plan. So let's see. It's still tilting to the left, which is bizarre because it's just tilted over. Like, I don't know why it would do that. Speed up things a little bit. What's this look like? 26. Oof. Not going that fast. We're about to lose our outer rockets. Okay, the good thing is our speed is going up. Usually it's bad if it goes down. This is at 50,000 meters. I don't know if this is going to be enough fuel. I'll try and go a little further over. See if I can get us into orbit. I think 80's over the atmosphere at that point. I'm not hearing space music, though. 90's good. So let's cut it off. There's the space music. Okay, so to get out of the atmosphere, we need a 2-minute burn in 1 minute. So I'm going to get in position. Speed things up a little bit. Three, 2, 1, mark. Even out here in the vacuum, it seems to be leaning, which is weird. Can we do this for 2 minutes is the real question. Can't speed this up a little bit. This will be the defining moment where it's either... Well, that's actually not true, because this was really just to get us into space. So, I mean, the further we can get with this stage, the better, but I still think that the next stage with the nuclear rockets should be enough to get us over to Duna. So, we'll see. Up. We're in orbit. So we've got that far at least, which is technically what this stage was supposed to accomplish, so. Now, how do I jettison these without completely breaking the ship? No! Can somebody explain to me why that happens? Why do these break apart? Because even if I launch the next, it's going to jettison this anyway, isn't it? Yeah. So they'd crash into each other, and now we're without an engine. Maybe we could still make it. We're going to give it a shot next week. I hate those pieces. Thank you for joining me on this extended episode. Have a great week, everybody, and I will see you all next time for the next episode of Kerbal Space Program. We are running on battery power, but we're also gaining power? Okay, sure. Bye, everyone.